we're here over at Austrian Audio at AES23, and you know, I want to talk to you about a couple things, but the one thing that I'm most excited about is this OC818. So this microphone has become very, very popular in some circles that I know, especially for recording heavy guitars. Have you seen a big uptick in that, where people are coming over here and talking to you about this microphone and recording heavy guitars?
Yeah. Andy Sneap from Judas Priest is a huge fan of the OC818.
Yep.
And he uses it in combination with an SM57, as far as I know.
Yes.
When I last met him, he told me so. And Carlos Santana, it's not that heavy, but he's using it.
Oh, Carlos is using it as well.
Yeah.
I had not heard that.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
And sounding the sound of the microphone with his tumble and
amazing. I can only imagine that that's a match made in heaven.
Really crispy, and I love the sound.
So, you know, I've been recommended this microphone by a guy out in Nashville named Mark Lewis. If you haven't heard of him, you should definitely check out his stuff. But
Mark Lewis, of course I know him, because it's a funny story. When I started at the company, in marketing, I told our guys, let's send Ola England one of our mics.
Yes.
And it was the OC18.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it was 2 years ago, I got an email from Ola, is it okay that I give your email address to a friend of mine? And I said, sure, do it. And all of a sudden, it's Mark Lewis.
Mark Lewis!
And it was, for me, it was like more or less a letter from God, because there are so many records I grew up on, like the whole like Dahlia Murder stuff and so on. And we talked about passing away of Trevor and so on, and we're in contact, and he says he loves them.
He loves them. Yeah. So I'm very, very interested in picking this up. You know, and I wanted to come over and talk to you about it. But I'm also very interested in hearing about the origin of your company, because I've read online the stories that you guys, became a company when AKG left Vienna, correctly?
Correctly.
Yes.
When they left, they closed the headquarters in Vienna.
Yes.
And so a lot of people were unemployed.
Okay.
So our CEO took the chance and gathered a team of 22 people around.
Yes.
To found Austrian Audio. And there were people from acoustics, electricians, mechanics, and human resources, finance, logistics. So a core team that started Austrian Audio in 2017.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So
more or less the first product. It's the CKR12 capsule that is in the OC818 that was taken away from me. But as you can see, it's a dual capsule design with a ceramic ring, and those are the 3 suspension rings where it's mounted.
Oh, really? I didn't even realize. So those are the suspension. Oh, man. That's a beautiful design. You said this is ceramic?
Yeah, industry ceramic.
Amazing.
It's not even polished. This material looks that shiny.
That's awesome. It's a beautiful design, and I can see the evolution of how you guys probably ended up there from, what AKG was doing to, really taking that, what I would assume would be their blueprint, and saying, okay, how can we do this the best we can do?
Yeah, keeping the heritage, but make it for the modern music industry.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So, one more thing that I want to talk to you before we go, because we talked about the OC818. These guys are a little bit, lesser priced microphones, but do they share the same capsule? Are they just utilized different? What's the deal? Because I know there's a software component to this one as well, right?
No, we have plugins that you can use with the microphone.
With all of them?
No, with the OC818.
Yes.
For example, you can use and the rear output to record the front capsule and the rear capsule. And with our open source plugin, you can change the polar pattern in up to 5 frequency areas, and change the polar pattern as you like.
And you can do that after the fact, right?
Yeah.
I've always found that to be very, very interesting. That's not something you can do on these microphones, right?
No, because it's just one capsule.
Okay.
So fixed.
Okay, and then, tell me about these. Are these a new edition? How long have you guys been making small diaphragm condensers?
Those came out in 2021, so they are not that new.
Yes.
But the capsule design and everything still took a lot of development, and so this was our first small diaphragm microphone, and the capsule is called CKR1.
Okay, awesome. Well, I'm very, very excited to try those out. I'm a big fan of small diaphragm condensers, and I'm going to try and get my hands on this guy.
On this?
Yeah.
Then you should get your hands on this as well.
What do you got going on here? Tell me about it.
Yeah, that's more or less the same capsule is in there.
Okay.
Different tuning.
Yes.
And the cool thing about it is you can rotate the capsule 220 degrees.
Amazing.
So no more hassle with mic stands, because you can rotate it that way and this way. So people love them on toms, on cabs.
Okay.
Acoustic guitar sounds beautiful.
Awesome. And man, thank you so much for your time today.
Yeah.
And I really think that what you guys are doing is special, and I think that it's so awesome that mics are continuing to be made in Austria. That is the way it should be, in my opinion.
Thank you. Feedback like yours makes us really proud.
Hey, thank you.
It's a pleasure.
Yep.
Yeah.